All right, Shalom. Okay, we're in there. All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. Before I get started with this live lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rekakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. All right, you sincere believers in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, shalom to you all. All right, I'm back at you with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakah Kodash. All right, and I want to just want to continue to take advantage of this whole, Kanye West situation, the information that's being put out there. All right, pretty much, the wicked being revealed, the 48ers, the small hats. All right, because pretty much through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, their time is up. All right, now it's time for them to start answering questions. All right, hey, the world knows you don't fit the curses and you're not the people. All right, so I'm gonna be all over the place. Gonna touch on various topics, of course. Deuteronomy 28, the curses, the true Israelites, Kanye West, a little bit of everything. And I pray that this lesson be edifying. All right. So we're going to continue to take advantage, of this situation in the spirit. All things for edification's sake. All right. For the edification of the elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai out of the nation of Israel, of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics. All right. You Israelite foreigners out there. All right. That believe on the gospel. You see, Native Americans, so-called Haitians, West Indians, you are the Israelites, the biblical Israelites, according to the scriptures. All right. According to faith. All right. According to scholarship. Okay. According to a biblical evidence, everything, man. So we're going to get into it, Lord's will. This lesson be edifying. So let's go ahead and roll with it. All right.
Am I my brother's keeper? It's like people have to, in order for Virgil to realize everything that he wanted to be, he needed to go take that deal from this white company to come back in a pink Cadillac and say, hey, I'm the head of Louis Vuitton.
But can I be devil's advocate? You took that same deal with that white company with
Gap and with Adidas. And now, the thing about it, me and Adidas is like, I could literally say anti-Semitic shit and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? You know what I'm saying? So that's the position. That's the reason why when I was talking to Cube, I say, y'all gonna hold my ground. I'm not backing down. No Nick Cannon. No. And by the way, Nick Cannon, the GOAT, pro-life. Let's go. So,
Nick Cannon, so why say anti-Semitic shit? If you know that you love,
I don't think I say anti-Semitic shit. That's the thing. I think you're owning that.
Okay, now
you're not saying anti-Semitic.
I'm gonna say, let's take the word Semitic, right, and say we're Jew. Semitic. I'm gonna name you some anti-Semitic shit right now, right? Because we're Jew. Let me put it like this. Remember I talked about the chakras? Remember I talked about Rick Rubin? I talked about the 808?
The chakras is real.
Now, I'm going to say some anti-Semitic shit. I'm going to fuck your bitch. I'm going to kill this nigga. I'm going to fuck your bitch. I'm going to kill this nigga. I'm going to fuck your bitch. I'm going to kill this nigga. I'm going to fuck your bitch. I'm going to kill this nigga. That's the real anti-Semitic shit that the Jewish people get paid off of.
Whoo. Hey, this is heavy, man. Heavy stuff, Hey, these devils are being called out, man. And as I went into a live stream yesterday, a live camp, just laying back and off the El Yashawamba's lesson. Hey, all of this information that's coming out, everything that this guy is saying is all working in our favor. All right. And it shows you first and foremost that we have the truth. All right. And the truth is out here, man. Causing major damage to the airways, man. If one of them knows, they all know, man. All these Jakes in that Hollywood limelight, the entertainment world, they all know that they're Israelites. They know about the truth, man. All right. So this is not a secret no more. All right. But the truth, as it tells you, the world fears the truth. Let me get that real quick. All right. And like he said, man, that's the real anti, you know what? All right. Well, these devils, they make money, all right, off your they benefit off the curses, they benefit off your captivity, man. You and your ignorance of not knowing who you are, you know, they benefit off your destruction. You know, that's basically what he was going into in this almost 4 hours. He brought out a lot of things, man. You know, how they control the media, okay? How they pretty much control the media, the entertainment world, all branches of entertainment, all right? They control the planet. Okay, the world has been given into their hand. Job 9:24, man. All right, let me get this real quick. This is the book of First Ezra, chapter 4, and verse 35, and it reads, it says, "Is he not great that maketh these things? Therefore, great is the truth, and stronger than all things. All the earth," it says, "all the earth crieth upon the truth, and the heaven blesseth it. All the works shake and tremble at it, and with it is no unrighteous thing." Yeah, you see that? All the works shake and tremble at the truth. Okay, this is what's rocking the world right now, man. This is the reason why people are opening the scriptures. All right, this is why Esau is sending out his agents. He's coming with the smear campaign, everything to try to throw off, you know, what we're pushing out. There's no debunking the truth. There's no coming at this thing, man. All right, like Elder Apostle Ramla said, the truth is like a juggernaut, man. It's just running through every goddamn thing, man. There's no stopping it. Okay, as I say, man, you know, these jakes that have the status in the world, all right, they can't keep from talking about this knowledge, you know, about the truth, who we are as a people. Okay, and like I said, he's just scratching the surface, man. Will he go into the Edomites? Will he call them Edomites? Will he declare the name of the Lord? You know, right? But this is First Ezra chapter 4, verse 36. All the earth crieth upon the truth, and the heaven blesseth it. All the works shake and tremble at it, and with it is no unrighteous thing. Verse 37, wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked, all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works. And there is no truth in them, and their unrighteousness also they shall perish. Finishing it out. It says, it says, as for the truth, it endureth and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore. And that's exactly what this word is doing. All right. The wisdom that's going out by the way of the true prophets of Yahweh Shema Washai is conquering everything. All the strongholds are being pulled down. All the lies, you know, the philosophies. Jake is coming out of that plantation Christianity. All right. And they're coming back to the Holy One of Israel in spirit and truth. So this the word of the Lord is accomplishing exactly what the Lord said it would be done, pursuing to Isaiah 55, and I believe it's verse 8. All right. Matter of fact, I'll just get it instead of quoting it. All right. Okay, this is Isaiah 55. All right, Isaiah 55 in verse 11, it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So the truth is conquering forevermore. Okay, that was the very purpose of the internet, man. All right, the World Wide Web, for this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to go out to the four corners of the earth. All right, I want to get this quick precept the brother posted. All right, let me pull that up. All right, this is Prisoner of Hope. All right, Prisoner of Hope 144. It says he brought out 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. My scripture here. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there cometh falling away first. All right, because Israel, all right, we fell away from our nationality and heritage going back to 70 AD. And we're going to get those scriptures as well, too. All right, the falling away. But it says, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, which is the Edomite. All right, starting with the 48ers, the small hats, man. They're being revealed, they're being exposed, and pursuant to the scriptures, they can no longer hide themselves, right? 2 Thessalonians 2:4 says, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, man. And that's exactly how Esau has been maneuvering in the earth, all right? Through this technology, okay, through his science, he's exalted himself as the Most High, all right? Let me get some more, all right? There's another verse that I wanted to get from that same chapter that the brother posted, but I'll get it, you know what I'm saying? Let me go back, all right? Because it said what? That ultimately this devil would be consumed by the Lord's mouth. All right, let me get that too. This is let's go to 2 Thessalonians, right? Because we got to get that. And this is why this word is conquering everything, the truth, right? Here we go. This is 2 Thessalonians, jumping down, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and we'll start at verse 7. We'll start at verse 6. It says, 2 Thessalonians 2:6, and now you know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. And this is the time that the devil be revealed, the Edomite. All right. The reason why he's being revealed in this time, because we're at the end of his rulership. All right. We're at the end of his dominion. Okay. It says, verse 7, it says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. All right. So the Most High has allowed this devil to conquer the world, to pollute the people, the nations. All right. To set up his sorcery and witchcraft, his blessing, the sword, war, havoc throughout the earth. All right. He had to feel the prophecies of the left hand. He's the son of perdition. So only he who now letteth will let, you see, until he be taken out of the way. So this is the time now that he's going to be taken out of the way by Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. We're witnessing the fall of his economy, of his society. All right. And his grip on the planet. All right. His lies, the strongholds that are being broken down. Jake is coming out of the religions, the false doctrines, the Christianity, the Islam, the black consciousness. Jake is waking up. Okay. 2 Thessalonians 2:8, it says, and then then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, the prophets. Okay. That's the men of Yahweh Shema Shai that were responsible for this word that the Lord used as those vessels to forward the word, man, to forward this word throughout the earth, to convert them souls, man. Okay. To reach the elect, whom the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So Yahweh Shai, all right, and the host of angels are going to physically come back, all right, and take these people, all right, and take these devils out of the power seat, man, all right, out of dominion, okay, and we're on the way. Yahweh Shai is on the way. We're close, right? So let's get this too, all right? And how did this happen? By the internet, as I said earlier, the World Wide Web. This is 2 Ezra 6, okay? This is 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 20 here. It says, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens, which the tokens go back to signs, all right? The signs that the Lord has given us through the Spirit. Then I will show these tokens. The book shall be open before the firmament, and they shall see all together. So the books are open, meaning the scriptures, the understanding is going out, man. And how did that happen? Through the internet. Okay, this is one of the internet scriptures here, man. All right, people are waking up all over the earth, man. Okay, this is that line that's going out throughout the earth. Let's get that too. All right. This is the purpose of this mechanism, this internet being created. All right. Let me see. I don't want to miss my tabs. Bear with me. All right. Salakia. Let's go to, here we go. Let's open this one. All right, this is Psalm 19. All right. Because it said that, what did it say? That they shall see all together, right? Let's read it again. 2 Ezra 6 and 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. And this is all happening at what? At the end. Then I will show these tokens, these signs. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together, man. All right. So the elect, all right, through this internet have awoken up, you know, by the means of this World Wide Web, man. All right, let's get this too. Psalms 19. It says the works in the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yeah, this is all the works in the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Heavy. Psalms 19. In verse 1, it says, the heavens declare the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. You see? Verse 2, day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. All right, so this word is going out 24/7, man. Right? You got brothers on one side of the globe pushing during the day, and you got brothers on the other side of the globe pushing at night, man. All right, this is a global phenomenon that's taking place. All right, by the way of this internet, man. Jacob coming back to the knowledge. Verse 3, it says, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard, man. All right, that's why you got the closed caption, right? You can read the words. You got brothers that speak different languages. All right, so pursuing to John, 15 and 22, there ain't no cloak for your sins, Jake. All right, the Lord said, if I had not came and spoken unto them, right, there would be no cloak for your sins. And the Lord came. He came by the way of his prophets. Proverbs, the first chapter, the Lord said what? That I shall, he said that I will make my words known unto you. Right? And he's doing that through his men. Right? Psalms 19 and 3, there is no speech, no language where their voice is not heard. All right. Verse 4 says, their line is going out throughout all the earth. All right. That's the line, the internet, the World Wide Web, man. This the purpose of the forwarding of the word of the Lord, the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Their line is going out throughout the earth, through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. You see that? And it says, in them he have set a tabernacle for the sun. All right, so that's the point. Let me get this too. Let's add some more. Another internet scripture. All right. That's in Romans 10 and 17. Let's get that real quick. All right. This is why the Edomite, the devil, what's his name? Jay Rockefeller. He said that the internet should have never been created. All right, because through this device, all the plans of these devils are being aired out, exposed, and revealed. Okay, this is why we see a famine of the word. This is why, you know, because of the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, this is why the structure of the YouTube and the internet in general has changed. All right, the hate speech laws, the flagging of your videos, the shadow banning. Okay, the scriptures say they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Okay, they hate us. Okay, why? Because we have the truth. Romans 10 and 17, it says, so then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? Matter of fact, let me start up. Let's start up a little bit. All right, Romans 10 and 14, it says, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? How shall they hear without a preacher? You see that? So you have to be taught. And the Lord said, Jeremiah, 3 and 15, that I should give you pastors according to my heart that shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right. That happened. Right? Through the leadership, man. Our apostles and elders. All right. Like the elder apostle Har said, the truth pretty much came out and exploded from one west. Okay. So the Lord set up the teachers, said the scripture said that your eyes shall see your teachers. So how should they hear without a preacher? So the true prophets have been set back up on the earth in the end time. in these end times. Okay, there's no denying that. Verse 15, it says, and how should they preach except they be sent? Right? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things, man. And that's coming through the prophets, man. The service of Yahweh Shema Shai. We're preaching you the gospel of peace, and we're bringing them we're bringing glad tidings of good things, which is what? The salvation of the Lord's elect. The kingdom of heaven being ushered in, man. The time of Yahweh Shai coming back. All right. The great reset that the Lord is going to bring upon the planet in righteousness, man. The wicked going down. Prophecy, the wicked being revealed. These devils going into slavery, man. Babylon the Great, which is America, according to the scriptures, being destroyed. That's part of the news, the song that's being sung. Verse 16, but they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah says, Lord, who have believed our report, right? Who's listening? Who's believing us? So then faith coming by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh Shema Shai. Verse 18, but I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. You see that? Yes, verily, their sound, all right, this song that's being sung, right? The true music, if you will, right? Their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. You see that? So once again, okay, just land back in on this Kanye situation, just taking advantage of it. The word is out there, man. All right. One more, and we'll move on. All right. Matthew 24. Let's get that too. We're going to hit all these precepts. This is various topics, man. We're just making points on everything, man. All right. This is Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Verse 14, Matthew 24:14, it says, in this gospel of the kingdom, all right, in this gospel, this word, the truth out of the scriptures, all right, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, all right? This word is going out to all the nations in the world. And then shall the end come. So we are at the end, all right? We're at the end of what? Of Esau's dominion. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. All right. So let's move on. Okay. We're gonna come back to this video. I'll place a little bit more. All right. Let's get this, man. Okay, this is an actual article that came out back in 2007 or 2008. All right. This is from the Haaretz, the Haaretz.com. This is a 48er website. All right. This is a small hat website, man. Right. So we're just going to read a little bit. It says, how white were the Israelites? Facial recognition may be surprising. Israeli anthropologist claims the subjects of the kingdom of Judea look more like black Africans. Are you hearing this? Okay. So what's all the controversy of you Edomites out there pretending of not knowing who the true Jews are, man? Who the real Israelites are. All right. What's up with that? Because you the goddamn devil, man. And all this information is coming back to bite you, man. The truth is out there, man. All right. You could try to, like we said, the whole Kanye shit is going to be used in opposition to us. Right. But we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, and you can't hide no more, man. The information, the scholarship is out there. All right. And first and foremost, the scriptures. All right. It says Israeli, let's highlight it. Israeli anthropologist claims the subjects of the kingdom of Judea looked more like black Africans, right? The Jews, the real Jews are dark skinned, all right? The Negroes, okay? Judea, the house of Judah, you so-called Negroes, all right? Haitians, West Indians, okay? Jamaicans, you will make up the house of Judah. Okay, let's get a scripture before we move on. All right. Let's go to. Ooh, yeah, let me pull that one up. All right, before I get that, bear with me. I got so many tabs. Forgive me. I'm just trying to keep my points open. All right, let's go to. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for, Salakia. Let's go to Jeremiah 14:2. Let's bring that out. All right, Jeremiah 14:2. Because what did it say in the article? Okay. How white were the Israelites? Facial reconstruction may be surprising. I'm sure it is, right? Israeli anthropologist claims the subjects of the kingdom of Judea look more like black Africans. All right. You can't make this up. And this is what these devils put out there. All right. Furthering our cause. All right. This is Jeremiah. God damn it. All right. I keep doing that, Salakia. Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2, straight to the point, and it reads, Judah mourneth, right? The house of Judah mourneth, right? Oppression, captivity, being at the bottom, greatly hated. All right. The Lord said that you would be the tail and not the head. All right. So Judah is in a position of mourning. And the gates thereof languish. The gates represent the leaders. All right. These fake ass pastors that you look up to. All right. These celebrities. All right. These political heads, these figures. All right. Those make up the gates of you Jakes. All right. The ones that are supposed to be fighting your cause, your plight here in America. It says the gates and the gates thereof language, meaning weak. All right. Your leaders are weak because they don't have the truth. All right. The Lord didn't set them up. He's not dealing with them, man. All right. Kanye, and you see it, man. There's a brothers were sharing the images of Kanye. There's a statue of him in gold. He has his arms out like he's pinned up on the cross. He has the crown of thorns on. It's like all gold because we see that they're setting this nigga up as some type of hero, some type of idol or something. Right. But ultimately, this guy, he's not a prophet. All right. But this, as we see in the spirit, he's being used on how he's being used to further the Lord's agenda at the end of the day. Right. We know that these devils are going to use all this shit to come against anybody that's believing on them being the Jews, the Israelites, believing on what Kanye says, on how Amalek pretty much controls everything. This is his way of demonizing everybody, man. But hey, either way, like the elder Yashawamba said, all right, it all works out in our favor, man. At the end of the day, it's all furthering the truth, all right, that we are the people, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics, all right. And with that, the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, first and foremost, most importantly, the name of Yahweh Shem Shai is being glorified, is being exalted. All right. So, like I said yesterday in my at the live camp, man, you niggas keep it up, man. Go out there and get LeBron, go get Mike, go get some other niggas to come out here and start laying it out. Right. So anyway, going back. All right, this is back in Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2 again. All right, and it reads, Salakia. Bear with me, hold on. Bear with me 1 second. All right, here we go. So back into it. All right, Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. You see? They are black unto the ground. All right, what color is the soil? Dark brown. All right. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is going up. You see that? Straight to the point. So let's go back to the article. Okay. Israeli anthropologist claims the subjects of the kingdom of Judea look more like black Africans. All right. This is coming from Esau himself. All right. Just going to read a little bit. We'll move on. It says, it says, no one knows how the Israelites and the Judeans looked or which people they would mostly closely resemble today. You see how Esau does? All right. With his words, you know, no one knows how the Israelites and the Judeans looked or which people they would most closely resemble today. Bible stories and historical essays from the Second Temple period offer a relatively few descriptions of the Israelites' physical appearance. All right. And we just read one. All right. Whatever descriptions do exist can be interpreted in countless ways. Yeah, this is what he would say. It says the skeletons uncovered at archaeological digs throughout Israel provide only a partial information regarding the appearance of early land of Israel residents. All right. And like I said, you know, Esau has all the documentation, the scrolls. Even when you go over there in Egypt, one of the brothers in Germany brought it out. All right. It was an Edomite out there in Egypt. All right. He went into the pyramids. He recorded it. He went to the pyramids. He saw the hieroglyphs of the Hebrew slaves. Right. And it was Jake with the big black beards, afros. All right. Different shades of brown, braids, waves. He showed it. Those were the Hebrew slaves, man. So look, enough with the bullshit, man. All right. It says the accepted assumption has been. It says the accepted assumption has been that the early Hebrews resembled the people now living in the Middle East or the Mediterranean basin. It says, however, an Israeli anthropologist researching the question has now made a surprising claim. The subjects of the kingdom of Judea in the Second Temple period looked more like black Africans. Those were the Jews. That was Judah. Okay? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, man. The house of Judah. Okay? It says, because when you read, is it Ezra? When you go into the book of Ezra, the 4th chapter, right? They were commissioned to rebuild the temple under what's his name? Under Cyrus. You know? That was the southern kingdom. Right? It says, this theory arose after Professor Yair Ben David of Tel Aviv University conducted the first ever facial reconstruction of its kind. All right. As soon as I read this made me think about that facial reconstruction of Adam. All right. Because these devils know. Let's play that. They was tight about this video. All right. Genesis 2:7, the Most High formed man of the dust of the ground. We just read that. What? Let's pull that back again. All right. Jeremiah 14:2, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. All right. The true Jews would be black unto the ground. All right. Genesis 2:7, and the Most High formed man of the dust of the ground. What color is the soil? All right. Let's play this video real quick. Esau was super tight about this. All right. Because we were talking about the facial reconstruction. This is what they did with Adam.
Now Frank Bender can show us what he might have looked like. His goal is not just to sculpt Adam, but to reveal his personality. I try to get into his head just like I would a fugitive. Intuition is the binder between art and science. It's the part that pulls it all together and gives it that life, that spark. I picture him very much alive and with a lot of the basic feelings that we have today. Confidence at one point, insecurity at another. Finally, Wells comes.
Salakia. Just move this comment out the way for me. That's right, brother. We'll go back. Salakia. Just wanted to open up the screen a little bit more.
We have today. Confidence at one point, insecurity at another. Wells comes face to face with the man he's been searching for. A new portrait of the common ancestor of every man today. Adam. Without the skull, we can't know for sure what Adam looked like. But a combination of genetic evidence, Bender's forensic skills, and cutting-edge computer software suggest he looked something like this. Thousands of years after the Bible, and hundreds of years after Michelangelo, we have a whole new face for Adam.
I like the expression. He's got a very forceful look.
Or he's intent on something, maybe taking over the world. You begin to get perhaps an insight into why these guys went out and why this guy's our ancestor.
Science can't tell for sure what set Adam apart. There were other men who lived alongside him. But over the centuries, all the other men's minds died out. Maybe some had only daughters, or no children at all. Their Y chromosomes were lost forever. Only Adam's lineage survives.
All right, there you have it, man. So according to Esau's facial reconstruction, all right, this is what Adam looked like. All right. So going back to the article, right? So you devils out there, man, you got to stop fucking playing around, man. All right. Enough is enough. The jig is up, right? We got the truth. We know who we are. All right. Bottom line. All right. So anyway, so going back to the facial reconstruction, all right, it said that the kingdom of Judea, the kingdom of Judah, looked more like black Africans. So they know, man. Okay. It's all out here, baby. Right? Jeremiah 16. Okay, where we at? Jeremiah 16 and verse 19. All right. And it reads, Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 19. It says, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, my strength, my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Right. And that's what's happening in the earth. Right. These people are pretty much announcing the fact that you ain't the people. Right. You even had other 48ers come out over the years and say that they weren't the people, man. Right. So like I said, the whole anti, you know what, campaign is it don't hold weight no more, man. Esau can't hide behind it no more. Okay. Right. You are the devils that control the earth. Right. It says surely our fathers have inherited lies. Right. Let's get that too. Deuteronomy 33 in the last verse. All right. You devils are nothing but liars. All right. And you have been caught and found. All right. Deuteronomy 33 and verse 29, it says, happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency, and thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee. You see that? You small hats, you 48ers, you're being found as liars. You are the enemies to Jacob. And you are being found liars. Thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places, man. So it's all coming out, man. Okay, that's what Adam looked like, and the true Jews look more like black Africans, man. All right, let's see if there's any more. All right, any more things I want to read? Bear with me. Because they that's pretty much the point. All right. And this article, you know, I don't know how the hell I got it because they were trying to make you they were trying to charge you to read it, but I happened to get it open and was able to read it. So Barakatah Yahweh Shema was shy, just to further add to the point. So let's move on now. So all right, so that's made. All right, there's no more arguments, nothing you can say. All right, so let's get into the curses, man. All right, let's get into Deuteronomy 28, the various curses that were written that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, or Hispanics would be subjugated to, man. All right. You know, this is hell over here in Babylon, man. So let's go straight to it. Matter of fact, before we get into Deuteronomy 28, let's get this is Deuteronomy. Yep. This is Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 4, and it reads, it says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. All right. And where are we serving our punishment and captivity at, man? And here in Babylon the Great, America. Okay. Well, all 12 tribes are still in captivity and slavery, man. You see that? And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For you have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever, man, which is a long period of time. All right. So we would be discontinued from our true heritage. Let's get that in Deuteronomy chapter 32. And it says, Deuteronomy 32 and verse 20, Deuteronomy 32 and verse 26. It says, I said, I will scatter them into corners. All right. Which means being in a low position, in a lower state, being at the bottom, oppressed, poverty. This would happen to Israel. All right. And I said, I will scatter them into corners. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. You see that? And that happened. Okay. The Lord calls he caused our remembrance to cease from among men. That's why we were called by another name. All right. We went into slavery and lost our heritage. All right. This is why we were called so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanic, Spanish, Latinos, niggas, spics. All right. All these different bywords, Christians. You know, that was the curses. See that? Let's get this too. All right. This is Lamentation 5 and verse 1, and it reads, it says, a prayer for mercy, Lamentations 5 and 1, it says, remember, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, what has come upon us, consider and behold our reproach. All right, consider and behold our reproach. All right. Okay. We threw out here in America. Matter of fact, before I read on with that, I wanted to get this too, because it talked about how we were in we are still in captivity unto this very day. That's Jeremiah. Right? Before I go back to that Lamentations. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33, it says, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. All right. The children of Israel, all right, which will represent the northern kingdom. All right. You Latinos, all right, Native Americans, Hispanics or whatnot. Okay. And it says the children of Israel and the children of Judah. All right, you so-called Negroes, okay, Haitians, West Indians, Jamaicans, you make up the house of Judah, Southern Kingdom. It says that you were all oppressed together, right? Where does the small hats fit in at? You know, what's the prophecy about them? Like I said, where's the 6 million lie? Where's that at? Where's the hollow? You know, where's that written at in the scripture? The place Auschwitz. Where is that in the prophecies? Okay. Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. All right. So you Jakes are still in captivity in Babylon the Great, America, this very second. Okay. You are the people of the book. Okay. Going back, Lamentations 5, verse 1. Remember, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Yeah, the curses, man. You know, verse 2, it says, our inheritance is turned into strangers, our houses to aliens, man. So who's occupying the land of Israel today? Okay, who's over there? Okay, we'll get that next, matter of fact, before we go to Deuteronomy 28. All right, it says, Lamentations 5 and 2, it says, our inheritance is turned to strangers and our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. Going back to the curses, man. Single parent homes, father either dead or locked up in prison. All right, not in the child's life. You see, foster care, orphans, adoption. All right, who's mostly in that? That's Jake. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. Okay, this is a heavy stigma that's upon our people, man. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. You can't make this up. Verse 4 says, we have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. Verse 5, it says, our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. All right. And that's Jake here in America, all over the earth in reality. Okay. It tells you that in the curses. We're going to get that later, you know, but wherever Jake would be in the world, pretty much the curses would be assigned unto him, would follow him. All right. Our necks are under persecution. Right. Jake is constantly catching hell. All right. Constantly persecuted. All right. In this system, we labor. Right. Jake working 3-4 jobs, working 12 hours a day. Right. Barely making ends meet, barely making the bills, the rent. Right. And have no rest. You have no rest, no comfort, man. All right. Every day is a struggle. Every day could be your last day. You know, the situation that our people are in. All right. Throughout America and the world, man. You see? So let's make this point before we go to Deuteronomy. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's make this point before we go to Deuteronomy 28. All right. Let's get that in Ezekiel 36. Because I said, who's occupying the Holy Land? Let's get that. All right. You know. All right. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36. All right. And we're going to get, we'll start at the top here, right? Ezekiel 36 and verse 1, and it reads, all right. Ezekiel 36, verse 1, it says, also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, verse 2. All right. Thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shema Shai, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. You see that? We read in Lamentations, right? Lamentations 5 and 2, our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. All right. There's heathen out there in the Holy Land, man. Because you got Amalek out there, you got Ham, you got Ishmael, right? You got all those heathen out there in the Holy Land, right? But this point that we're dealing here in Ezekiel 36 and 2, it says, even the enemy have said, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. You see? Verse 3, therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shema Shai, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that you might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen. All right, because what happened? Excuse me. We went into hardcore captivity under all the nations. We were scattered. All right, that you might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and you are taken up in the lips of talkers, and an infamy of the people. All right, because they conquered us. Going into just real quick, I'm not going to bring it out. You could look up this stuff on your own. But you had the trans-Saharan slave trade, right? You had the transatlantic slave trade, the trans-Saharan slave trade. You had the Dutch slave trade, the Native American slave trade. All right. And you can look all this stuff up. And Jake was sent out. He was scattered through the four corners of the earth. All 12 tribes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Okay. These are the prophecies, man. All right. Going back. Okay. It says you're taken up in the lips of talkers. You are infamy of the people. Going into Lamentations, 2 and 15. You know, on how the nations pretty much, gloried in the conquering of the Israelites, Ezekiel 36:4. Therefore, you mountains of Israel, hear you the word of the Lord, power Yahweh Shema Shai. Thus saith the Lord, power Yahweh Shema Shai, to the mountains and to the hills and to the rivers and to the valleys, to the desolate waste, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and a derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. All right, going back to 70 AD. All right, the Roman persecution, the scattering of the Israelites. Right? It said that the place that the land became a residue of the heathen. All right. It says, verse 5, Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shema Shai, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all of Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds, to cast it out as a prey. So hold on. It said that all of Idumea, all right, which have appointed the land into their possession. All right, hold on. All of Idumea, it says, have appointed the land into their possession, the Edomites. All right, the small hats, the 48ers, going back to what? The Balfour Declaration. All right, which was set up in 1917. You could look it up. All right, by what's his name? Rothschild. What's his name? Arthur Rothschild. Salakia. Let me get his name. All right. Bear with me 1 second. All right. But from that point, from the establishment of that Balfour Declaration in 1917, you had the creation of the so-called ish state in 1948. All right. And you can look all this up. All right. Bear with me, man. I just want to find some information real quick. Couldn't think of it off the top of my head. All right. Let me just look for something real quick. Bear with me. All right. And we're going to read that scripture again, too. All right. Hold on. That's some quick notes I just wanted to bring out. And if I can't find it, we'll move on. I don't want to hold up too much time. Excuse me. All right. Let me see. Am I getting close? Not really. All right. One more second, Salakia. I had it section off. Lost my section. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Ain't got time. I want to move on. So anyway, reading Ezekiel 36:5 again, it says, therefore thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, surely in the fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all of Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, and with despiteful minds, to cast it out as a prey. All right, verse 6. It says, all right, it says, prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and the valleys, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because you have borne the shame of the heathen. All right. Now, this is what happened to us. right? We bore the shame of the heathen, man. We were conquered, all right? We went into slavery amongst all the nations, because remember, all right, me and the brother Yahweh and GMS Hawaii brought this out some time ago, right? But slavery was pretty much a world business, all right? And you can read about that, all right, in Psalms 83, all right? The crafty counsel of the nations, man, all right? And you had Esau pretty much the spearhead of it all, man, because real quick, I'm going to find them notes too, because real quick too, all right, let's pull this up. All right, the 48ers, the small hats, all right, they pretty much funded, the slave trades, man. All right, as you see on the screen here. And this is out of this book, The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. You can look this up on your own, but I got some of the screenshots here. All right. This guy here said, Dr. Seymour B. Lippman, he says the ships were not only owned by Jews, but manned by Jewish crews and sailed under the command of Jewish captains. All right. Here's another one. Historian Rabbi Mark Lee Raphael. It says Jewish merchants played a major role in the slave trade. All right. Even the names of the ships, when you go look it up, right? All Ish. It says Jewish merchants played a major role in the slave trade. In fact, all the American colonies, whether French, British, or Dutch, Jewish merchants frequently dominated. You see that? It was a world business. Okay. Here's another one. It says in the slave trade, as many as 9 of 10 Africans, all right, which we ain't Africans, we're Israelites, were shipped to Brazil. All right, because Brazil has a high population of the of Judah out there, man. Right? But it says besides their important position in the sugar industry and tax farming, they dominated the slave trade. The buyers who appeared at the auctions were almost always Jews. Ooh, man. If it had happened that the date of such auction fell on a Jewish holiday, the auction had to be postponed. Man. All right. This is from the Jewish scholar Arnold Witzneisser. Right? Here's another one. Last one. It says the Jews of surname were also foremost the suppression of the successive Negro revolts from 1690 to 1722. These, as a matter of fact, were largely directed against them and being the greatest slaveholders of the region. Right. So Amalek pretty much funded it and spearheaded, and I believe you had Ishmael who built the ships. All right, and you had Ham that was rounding us up, all right, when you really get into the history, all right? But I just wanted to make these points. Now, let's go. Let me see if I want to find these notes, so bear with me, all right? All y'all that's tuning in, just bear with me real quick, all right? And Shalom, Yahweh Shemal Shai, Brakathum to all of you brothers, all right? Here we go, Brakatah Yahweh Shemal Shai. All right, so, and you can look this up on your own. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up. Lord willing, the tabs are still there. All right. Balfour. There was something that I had. Hold on. We're going to find you. We're going to find you. Here we go. All right, hold on. I have brought this out before. Can I search? Let's see. Let's type that in. Balfour. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. All right. There's a point I want to make here. All right, here we go. This is heavy. Brakatah Yahweh Shemal Shai. All right, so in 1917, you had the Balfour Declaration, all right, which pretty much forwarded a creation of an ish state in 1948. All right. So it says, what is the Balfour Declaration? All right. It says, The Balfour Declaration, quote, Balfour's Promise in Arabic, was a public pledge by Britain in 1917 declaring its aim to establish a national home for the Ish people in Palestine. All right. So where is that? Where is that in the prophecy? All right. We're reading in Ezekiel 36 that what? That the enemies of the Lord, the Idumeans, okay, would be occupying the Holy Land. You see? So going back, all right. Salakia, where are we just at? So many tabs, I lost my point. Here we go. So anyway, reading on, it says, the statement came in the form of a letter from Britain's then Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour and addressed Lionel, there we go, Lionel Walter Rothschild, a figurehead of the British-ish community. All right. So he was a figurehead of the British-ish community, man, showing you that what? Also those so-called British families, those royal families, like I said, they're all 48ers, man. Okay. It says, no, that's the point that I wanted to make there. Yeah, that's it. See? You can look all this up on your own. I'll post it. All right, so let's move on. All right, let's go back. Like I said, we all over the place, various topics, but we're making points. All right, so let's move on. Did we finish out that scripture? All right. Verse 7, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shema Shai, I have lifted up my hand. Surely the heathen that are round about you shall bear their shame. All right. So going back, that's pretty much there. Let's move on. Now let's go to let's deal with the curses, man. All right. Let's go there. Deuteronomy chapter 28. All right. Oops, forgot one. Here we go. One more before we move on. Daniel 9 and 10, and it reads, it says, neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our power to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets. Yea, all Israel hath transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey the voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh Shem Shai, because we have sinned against him. We're going to get into that in Deuteronomy 28. So the curse has been poured upon us. Okay. Verse 12, it says, and he have confirmed his words, which he spake against us and against our judges that have judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil, for under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. So this great evil, all right, that has been done, has not been done to any other people on earth but unto Jerusalem, man. And that's a determining factor of proving that we are the people of the curses of the book, man. All right, you're talking about slavery, millions, all right, millions, 200 million plus Israelites died, man, through the various slave trades, man. You Latinos, Native Americans included. All right, genocide. All right, when Esau came over here to the islands, the island of Hispaniola, the time of Christopher Columbus, right? It goes into the fact of how he didn't put his sword down. He slayed many of the Northern Kingdom tribes, man. Right? You had the so-called European, the French, the Spaniards came over here, conquered Issachar, so-called Mexicans. So that was a great slaughter. That was a great tribulation, a great time for our people, man. Like I said, let's read that last part again. Right? Daniel 9 and 12, and he have confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. You see? All right, that's the separation there. Verse 13, as it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil has come upon us, yet we made not our prayer before the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, our power, that that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth. You see? Verse 14, therefore the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, watched upon the evil and brought it upon us, all right? This was the doing of the Lord, man, for sinning against him. And brought it upon us, for the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, our power, is righteous in all his works which he doeth, for we obeyed not his voice, all right? So this was the results for disobeying and breaking the laws, law, statute, commandments, you know, forgetting our power, all right? This is how we fell away. This is how we lost our heritage, man. Okay? Baruch 4 and 6. And it reads, you were sold to the nations, all right? Slavery. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved Yahweh Shema Shah to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies. You were delivered unto the enemies. I'm going to keep showing this image, all right? Because this is a bad image that one of the brothers made out there in LA, all right? You were sold unto the enemies because you moved the power to wrath. Verse 7, Baruch 4 and 7, for you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to Yahweh Shema Shah. There you go. Verse 8, it says, you have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up. You have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. For when she saw the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shah coming upon you, she said, hearken, O you that dwell about Zion. Yahweh Shema Shah have brought upon me great mourning. For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them. For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the Most High have brought upon them. All right, man. So let's go to Deuteronomy 28 now. All right, we're just going to skim through it. And like I said, all those that are tuning in right now, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right, it's just the spirit. All right. So let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. And as you can see at the top of the screen here, consequences of disobedience. All right. Because when you read the first verse, all right, it goes into the blessings. All right. What would happen if you keep the Lord's ways, law, statutes, commandments, the blessings that will befall upon on the Israelites. But if you didn't keep the law, statutes, commandments and disobey the Lord, this is what was going to happen. All right. So let's go there. Okay. And you tell me how the small hats fit in to the curses, man. We're just going to briefly skim through them. All right. So let's Deuteronomy chapter 28. Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. Okay. And it reads, Deuteronomy 28 and 15, it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, Yahweh Shema Shah, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All right. Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city. All right. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. All right. So here it is. Where is Jake at? Jake is in poverty. He's in the ghettos, the slums, the projects. All right. You got you so-called Native Americans, you Gadites on the reservations. Right. Cursed shall thou be in the city. And it said, cursed shall thou be in the field. All right. According to the world, you're hated by the world. You're the lowest of the low. You know, you're branded as criminals. Right. This is what this is getting into. You see? Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. All right. No money. You know, the bottom, oppression. Right. Verse 17, cursed shall be thy basket in thy store. Yeah. Jake ain't got no money. All right. Catching hell. You know, barely making it. You see? Verse 18, it says, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, and the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Right? The fruit of your body, your kids, you know, the fruit of thy land. Because what happened when the so-called European came over to America, right? He raped, robbed, and pillaged the land. Gad, Northern Kingdom, you know, killed the flocks, the herds, right? Verse 19, it says, cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, right? Meaning when you're born, Okay, because when you're born, right, you have a birth certificate, man. All right, you're a slave. You're a slave to this Babylonian system. Soon as you're born, cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. Right? You know, your death certificate. You know, and all that and all of the what's it called, the all of the debt that you may have is going to get passed on to your children. So cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. Verse 20. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke. All right. This is why Jake is stressed out, angry. You see what I'm saying? Out of his mind, you know, over these conditions that he's going through. All right. Jake catching pure hell here all over the world. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thy hand unto to do, until thou be destroyed, until thou perish quickly because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me, man. So this is why our people go through the trials and tribulations that they go through. You know, verse 21. All right, like I said, we'll jump around a little bit. Okay. It says, verse 21, it says, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he has consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. Verse 22. All right. And that's why Jake is known for having the worst health conditions. How does Esau word it? Your predisposed conditions. I believe that's how it goes. You know, Jake is dealing with heart issues. You know what I'm saying? Cardiovascular issues. You know, psychological issues, different things, man. Verse 22, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai shall smite thee with the consumption and with the fever and with inflammation, right? And with extreme burning and with the sword and with blasting and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish, man. See? Different sicknesses, diseases, right? Inflammation, right? Because, hey, Jake's diet is the worst. All right, all that pork, crab, lobster, abomination that Jake is putting in their body, and what's the result? Inflammation, infections, disease. All right, and that's all you tribes, man. Right? You take a look at whether it's Judah, right? Whether it's Issachar, Ephraim, all of them are finished. Right? Verse 23, it says, and the heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. All right. So Jake wasn't going to, our people weren't going to able to relish and enjoy anything. All right. He's in hell. He's in captivity. Verse 24. All right. It says, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai shall make the rain in thy land powder and dust from heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. All right. Yeah. So that's why you had famines and, crops drying out. All right. Jake wasn't able to produce, Verse 25, it says, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. And this happened, man. All right. Jake was removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. He was scattered. All right. We're going to jump down just for the sake of time. All right. We are the people of the curses, man. All right. Deuteronomy 28 as we going through. All right. We're going to jump around a little bit. All right. So let's go back. Deuteronomy 28. Let's go down to here we go. Deuteronomy 28:8. Deuteronomy 28:28. It says, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. All right. So that's why you see these Jakes bugged out of their minds, psychological issues. That's why we say, have you seen niggas lately? Right? Have you seen Jake lately, man? Our people are smitten with madness. All right? You see Jake all over the internet. Folly, man. Abomination. That's the product, man, of the curses. Blindness, spiritually blind to the truth. It says an astonishment of heart. Verse 29, it says, thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind grope in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper. Right? Jake catching pure hell over here, man. And everything that Jake puts his hand to, all right, it wouldn't prosper. See that? It says, and shall not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Come on, man. All right, you shall only be oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee, man. Right? That's why all those movements that Jake came up with, the Black Panthers, all right, those Native American movements, Puerto Rican movements, all right, they all came to naught, man. Okay? No man shall buy you. We'll get that too. Meaning no man was going to save you from what? Your condition here in Babylon. All right, in America. All right? You will be only oppressed and spoiled always, man. You will constantly be at the bottom. Right? No reparations, no nothing. Your life wouldn't matter. Okay? Let's go back. It says, all right. Hey, remember, you consider three-fifths of a human being. You're not even a whole human being, according to Esau. Right? Verse 30, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. All right. And we've seen that throughout all those slavery movies, man. All right. Esau would take your wife, pop your wife, man. He did this with Gad too. All right. When he came over to the Americas, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. All right. Jake built America, man. Right. Jake was building up them plantations. And where was Jake at? Out there in the back, in the fucking shack, you know? And thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard and shall not gather the grapes thereof. Verse 31, thy ox shall be slain before thy eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Right? Esau came over to the Americas, you know, killed off the buffalo to starve out Gad, you know, Reuben. Thy ass shall be violently taken away before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thy enemies, and thou shalt not have none to rescue them. You see that? That happened. So as I said, where did the 48ers fit in at? When did this happen? Okay. Here's another one. Deuteronomy 28:32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given to another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long. And there should be no might in thy hand. All right. You see that? The auction blocks. All right. Which we read in this pic here on how they dominated, the Ish people dominated the auctions, the slave trade, man. Right? You are the people that fit that. As a matter of fact, let me just show you, right? We got time. Hold on. Right? Let's pull that up. That was Deuteronomy. All right. That was Deuteronomy. Let's pull that up. I should have had it already pulled up. What was it again? All right. Sons and daughters should be given to another people. Let's pull that up. All right. Straight out of the movie, Sons and Daughters. Let's pull that up real quick. Boom. Out of 12 years a slave. Right? Let's pull that up real quick. All right. Because this scene is straight out of the curses here. Let's read it. Let's read it again. And we'll play it real quick. We got time. Right? Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long, and there should be no might in thy hand, because there was nothing you could do. You know, once Esau came and took your kids, that was it. Right? Let's show it. Right?
Ah, Mr. Ford. Splendid seeing you, sir. What catches your fancy? This lounge is very brawny, yeah?
How much the ones Platt and Eliza?
Yes. 1,000 for Platt. Oh, this is a nigger of considerable talent, I assure you. 700 for Eliza? My fairest price?
You will accept it, no?
Please,
Of course,
sir.
from you,
Do
Mr.
not
Ford.
divide my family. Do not take me unless you take my children.
Eliza, quiet!
You will have the most faithful slave in me. The most
Liza.
faithful slave is gonna live, but I beg that you
Your
do
price
not
for the
separate
best
us.
mine.
Please.
Stop it. I will give you something to cry about. Randall, come forward. Come. Now, you see how fit this boy is. Ripe fruit. May I take your stick a moment? Observe this, Randall. Jump. Very good. Higher. You see this? Very likely. He will grow into a fine beast. 600 for the boy. Fair and final.
Done.
Superb. A moment, please. Mr. Ford.
Please.
Eliza.
If you have no use for her, one so young will bring you no profit.
No. I cannot sell the girl. No, there's heaps and piles of money to be made from her. She's a beauty, one of the regular bloods. No, thick-lipped, bullet-headed, cotton-picking niggers here.
Child,
Please. Please.
for God's sake, you're not sentimental here.
My sentimentality extends the length of a coin. Now, do you take this lot, Mr. Ford, or do you pass on the money?
Please.
I will take the ones Platt and Eliza.
Sold, Eliza and Platt. Splendid. I will give you something to cry about, you goddamn rock. Get out of here, kid.
All right, so you get it. That's this is it. Hey, this is the curses, man. This is what happened. So going back, Deuteronomy 28:32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there should be no might in thy hand. All right, that woman couldn't do nothing. That was it. Okay, when did this happen to the Ish people, man? Somebody show that. Prove that. Deuteronomy 28:33, the fruit of thy land and all thy neighbors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. Okay, let's jump down a little bit. All right, you know, Deuteronomy 28:41, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity, slavery, as you just saw. Right. Reading now, verse 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Yeah, you would be there at the bottom. You would be the tail and not the head. These nations, all right, they can come over here. They can get loans. All right, they can get they can set up businesses. Right, Jake can't do that. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. Yeah, you got to go to them. Right, let's read on. Verse 44, he says, he shall lend to thee. Right, Jake don't own no banks. He ain't got no generational wealth. Right, Jake got to go to Esau to get the bank loans. All right, to get money. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. You see, he shall be the head, and thou should be the tail. You see that? You would be at the bottom. He would be the head, Esau, the nations. You would be the tail. You would be at the bottom. Poverty, man. Okay? You wouldn't have nothing. Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. All right. So that's the proof there, that these curses would be upon us as a sign and a wonder and upon our seed forever, man. All right. So no matter where Jake is at in the world, he's catching hell, man. He's under those curses. Right. Even going back to Kanye and the rest of these these celebrity Jakes, man. They under the curses too. They still niggas. They just niggas that got a little bit of money. They ain't really got money anyway. Right? What is a couple billion to multi-trillion to being liquidated, man? Right? Them niggas just employees. They're not owners, CEOs. All right. And we know who those are. You see? Deuteronomy 28:47, because thou servest not the Lord thy power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness in want of all things. So we got to go to our enemies in the want of all things. Right? Jake don't own no corporations that deal that send out that produce food. All right, thirst, nakedness, clothes. You got to go to all the Esau's corporations in the one of all things. He should put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And you can look that up. All right. He said, matter of fact, we'll pull it up. Once again, we got time. All right. Yoke of iron. All right. He should put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. All right. Can't make this up. Okay. He put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee, man. Boom. All right. Any more? Yep. You already know. So anyway, let's go back. And we'll wrap it up in a minute. All right, we just various topics. We just going. All right, let's go down to let's go down to just make this point too real quick. Deuteronomy 28:54, it says, so that the man that is tender among you and is very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children. Yeah, going back into what? So-called black on black crime, all right? Israelites killing each other. You know what I'm saying? Your eye being evil toward your brother, your wife, single parent homes, all right? Matter of fact, where's the image at? Right? Thy eye should be evil towards thy brother. Jake would be catching hell, all right? By Esau and by his own brother, man. All right. This is the situation for the tribes here in Babylon, the great America, man. Right. It says, verse 55, so that he will not give any of them the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he had nothing left him in the siege, and in straightness wherewith the enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates. All right. Going back to the time of 70 AD. All right. They starved Jake out. Jake was eating his kids. And that same thing is going to happen now. All right. When Esau cut off the food supply and shit. Right. It says, verse 56, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for the delicateness and tenderness, her eyes should be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son and toward her daughter. Yeah, these women are wicked too. Right. Single moms, totally engulfed in that harlot culture, right? Divorce rates through the roof. These women really hate their kids. We see a lot of these stories of these moms killing their kids. A lot of wild shit. But hey, going back to the curses, man, right? And you could read many more on your own, man. All right, I'm just hitting points. All right, so let's go here. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65, and we'll wrap it up after this. Deuteronomy 28:65. Among these nations, thou shalt find no ease, no rest. Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai shall give there a trembling heart, a failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. Yeah, the depression and anxiety. All right, the psychological things that our people go through. Right. It says, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. Right. That's that image here. Right. Your life shall hang in doubt. You shall have no assurance of your life. Right. You hated by your own kind and the enemy, man. Right. Double hell, man. Right. You can't say that this ain't our people. All right. Is Amalek going through that? Right. These are the determining factors here. Right. Reading it again, Deuteronomy 28:66, it says, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. You see that? No rest, no assurance, no nothing. Anything can happen in Babylon, man. All right. It says, in the morning thou shalt say, would God if it were even, and at even thou shalt say, would God if it were morning. For the fear of thy heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thy eyes which thou shalt see, man. The pure hail and affliction that Jake is catching day and night. All right. Verse 68, and the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. All right. He shall bring thee in Egypt again with ships, those slave ships, the slave trades, right? This transatlantic, trans-Saharan, Dutch, Native American. All right. You look them up. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. All right. This is a spiritual Egypt. America is spiritual Egypt. This is why you got a pyramid with an all-seeing eye behind your dollar bill, man. Right. This is why you got a obelisk down there in Washington, D.C. All right. And the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I speak unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, meaning your homeland. All right. The land of Israel. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, meaning no man is going to redeem you from this condition that the Lord put you in. All right. So you would be sold as bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. All right. Where did this happen to Amalek? Okay. Where does he fit in? Where did he go into slavery by cargo slave ships? When did that happen? Right. From my understanding, as we read, they financed the slave trade. All right. They were the primary merchants, okay, that bought slaves. Okay. As we read here earlier. All right. So the point, let's wrap it up. All right. It's all revealed. All right. Let's finish out a little bit more of this Kanye thing. And if not, we're going to wrap it up, man. I don't want to be out here talking too long. You know, Lord willing, the lesson is edifying, you know. So let's go back to Salakia. Let's see what else is on here, and we'll wrap it up.
Now let me know Apple move. Let me on Apple right now. How many people want to bet their house that content is not within the first 3 songs on Apple Rap Music?
Nobody.
So they're gonna have to take my life before they take my people. We ain't taking it no more, bro. They get paid off that shit. Ain't no when the last time you seen a Jew person kill a Jew person on World Star.
But
yeah, exactly. They ain't under the curses, right?
Again, devil's advocate. Is they?
You know,
is
devil's
they,
advocate?
they just
Yeah, advocate for the devil.
Okay, but is they just Jewish? It could be all business people.
Man, let me tell you what it is. It's like
that's the thing that starts to get weird.
All old white people is racist. Cross board, Trump, whoever you want to, boom. They all racist, right? Everybody's racist, right? Because world's racist, white supremacists. I love Superman. I love Tom Brady.
All right.
I seen Mahomes.
So why
I seen Mahomes throw that game. I see him throw that game, and it's so funny. It's weird because it's like on some bipolarity, right? Because I see Mahomes and I can see it in his face. I've seen a couple passes he threw. I knew the conversation. The conversation is like, you got a long career ahead of you. We need our boy to get 7 rings. And I love Tom Brady too, so I'm torn. You know what I'm saying? You're not always one thing.
When you were AB, you were AB.
Yeah, I'm with AB. I'm talking about when Tom Brady won that Super Bowl with Mahomes, right? So I seen him throw a pass, and it looked like Christian Laettner running.
Yeah. You know, for all those who've seen the interview, it's pretty, you know, it's pretty interesting, pretty heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's about 3 hours, 25 minutes. Bugsy Licks, all right, because I believe Nori on the original channel took it down. All right, he caught some heat from the 48ers for allowing this to get put up, but he put it up. He knew what he was doing. But anyway, it's all for a bigger agenda. All right, but it's a good download for brothers that want to download it. A lot of heavy things were said. A lot of revelations getting into these damn devils. You know, pretty much this Kanye calling it out. It's good stuff, man. So anyway, just wanted to take advantage of it. You know, just to add on some points. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. You know, we were all over the place, but nevertheless, the scriptures came out. The information is there. You can look it all up on your own. All right. So we're gonna wrap up this lesson. All right. I pray it was edifying. We're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory. All right, to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakak Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Hey, shalom to you, brothers. Shalom.